Hello and welcome to Pantheon of the Geeks. You join us for an unboxing and maybe a put together of the Ttcombat Dinogas Deluxe.
Yep. Some more Ttcombat scenery here from the Dark City Scenics set. Should get this open.
Yeah. So why did you want this one exactly? What was the...
Because it reminds me a lot of the gas station from Fallout 4. Perhaps like dynamite instead of
rocket.
That's what it should look like. So we have dino gas. We have, that'll be the roof I think. We have a bunch of cards. Like decals and stuff. Yep.
Is that for the gas?
Yes.
The gas things.
These will make up like these parts here.
Those parts, yeah.
Stuck on parts. Plus we've got like vents as well.
Cool.
Some bits falling out. Oh, bits of windows and stuff. So it's coming off quite easy, as you can see. If you've not seen any Ttcombat buildings before, they come like this. They do come off the screws very easily.
They do actually, yeah. They're good quality though.
Yeah, there's a couple of bits of tear, but nothing too bad. And then we have the door there, and we have the garage bit there. Let's see if we can put a hinge on them. Okay, so then we have this bit here, which has got the neutron cola.
Not Nuka-Cola.
Neutron cola. We have the sign. Obviously with him without teeth though, for some reason. Maybe it's optional, maybe it doubles up, I don't know. And then it's falling off, all these little bits. We have servicing, repairs and refreshments.
It's like a little dino as well.
And then we have, those are the parts of the pump obviously. Filling station parts. So they're all coming off already, there's not going to be any trouble taking them off the screw. If indeed you call a wooden screw a screw, I don't know. Oh, right, there we go. So, instructions come on 3 pages. There's quite a lot of instructions on this one. So starting with number 1, which is the base and these 2 inner walls. So let's take all the parts out, get ready to put them together, and then we'll get the base and the 2 inner walls and see how they go together. Okay, so here's the base, and we have the inside wall, which has got the dino gas on there as well, but it's got these holes, these 4 holes, where some shelving is going to go. A lot like the one on Fallout 4. That one goes in there. I've attached a hinge on the back of that door, which you can see there. It's just a metal doll's house hinge, so now that will open, like so. That is going to go there. There's a slight lip there with that, so this one with the door will have to go on first. And that one should go on top and slots in there. So we're going to glue that into place. Also, part 2 is actually to put these shelves on. These shelves just go into here. So you can actually do this before you stick the walls together if you want. There's no reason to not do that. So the 2 shelves are just going to go on there, we'll glue them on. And then we have the back wall here. So the back wall has 2 windows and it has this little sort of almost like a nuclear radiation sign. It's actually a fan, it's a wall fan. That slips into there. But before you put that on, you might want to do step 4, which is actually to get these, which are basically the vents, off. One goes on either side of this wall. So I'm going to do that before I glue it on, because it's going to be easier to line it up with that square on the back. So I'm going to glue the paper bits on, the thin card paper bits on first, and then I shall glue these 4 parts together. So we'll be up to stage 4 basically, and we'll be back for stage 5. And so those are together now, they're glued, still drying. So the next 2 parts that will go on are the walls at either side. So we have this side, which is the blank window, that will fit into there. And then we have this side, which you'll notice the doors come out. What I've done, I've stuck some magnets on some spare pieces of wood which just fell off at the beginning. And I've stuck some magnets on that because this is like a garage door which sort of like, what do you call them when they sort of go up like that?
Retracting?
Retractable door. So it's not like a door that needs a hinge. So what I've done, I've put magnets on instead. So that can come off. A bit like you did with the bigger door on one of the warehouses. I've also put a hinge on the interior door there. So this one's going to go on this side. And then we have the front piece. Again, there's a door on the front of that with a hinge now. That will just sit on the front like that. So what we're going to do, we're going to glue those parts on now. And that'll take us up to part 6 of the instructions. So once they've dried, we'll be back. So we'll see you in a moment. Okay, so now this is dried. At the next stage, we're actually on stage 7 of the instructions. Next stage 8, and basically on to 9, is to put on some of these cardboard fascias. So I've cut them off using a knife because they tear quite easily. And these are going to simply just go over the areas like that. And then we have the windows there, and then there's a bit that goes across the top. So I'm going to do that. I'm also going to do this side as well. So we have this signage that goes on there as well. Cries out, on the road. It's cool. I like that. So that will be stages 8 and 9. Stage 10 is actually the other side. The faces on this side and the ones on the back as well. And that, which colour I just put down, is the bit that goes over there. So we're going to go all the way around, put all the faces on, which should bring us to stage 11. So we shall see you at stage 11. So there we go. And that completely changes the detail of the building, I think. It makes it look amazing.
You can see it start taking shape now.
Yeah. Everything from the little thing there to the fan on the back.
Yeah.
There's a tiny little bit that goes on the edge of there. Don't forget that if you put it together. Cool. Next up is the roof.
Ooh.
This is part 12. Which way around this goes, probably like that actually. So the roof should sit on that. There we go. That's 12 done. On to 13.
That was easy.
13 which looks exactly where we are now. So 12 and 13 is basically put the roof on. Part 14, we have these smaller pieces, so these ones. It's kind of like a skylight, isn't it? We're moving towards. So we need...
Is it that?
Yeah, that's the top part. I need the 4 bits to go underneath.
All these bits?
So that's the skylight that's going to go up there. And we have these 4 bits here. So they just literally slot in, obviously with glue, that way around. Which will leave 4 prongs sticking up, which that will go on. So we'll stick those 2 parts together, which takes us all the way to part 16, and then we'll be back in a moment. So I've just taken the roof off again to put that part on, because it's just easier to take the roof off to do that. Next part that goes on the roof are these 3 pieces of wood which have words on them: filling station, and services, repairs and refreshments. And these go on the top as well, with the longest one going at the back. The other 2 are the same, either side, doesn't matter which way around you stick these, I don't think. And they're just going to go on there, like that. So I'm just going to glue them on, and then we will be up to part 18. So I shall do that when we come back. We'll start 19, which is the overhang part, which goes on the front of this. So there we go. So this is the first part of the filling station. As I said, we're now going to move on to the front part. The roof's on, finished. So for this, part 19, we need this next, I think this is the largest bit left.
Okay.
That bit there. We also need that bit there. We also need this bit. Now we need these 2 slanted parts that one goes at that side, and that one goes at that side. And so as you can see on the drawing, we've got all those parts there, they go together like that, so this middle part's going to be at a slight angle raised upwards, and then we move on to this front bit, which is these two small pieces, and they'll go that way up by the looks of it, and then that, which should lead us to part 22. So I'm going to stick all these bits together, and hopefully we'll get to 22, and hopefully everything will be fine. So there is the overhang. Got something to do with the turtles, right? Overhang for the forecourt. Next bit is to stick on the Dinogas symbols. There's one there, and then there's one at either side, which are sort of slanted going up. And the last bit for the overhang section, the top part anyway, is the two dinosaur for Dinogas symbols. There's two sets of holes, one that's wider than the other. The wider one's the one without the teeth, that goes at the front, and the other one goes at the back. So we're going to stick all those bits on, and then that'll take us all the way up to part 27, and on part 28 we'll start on the fuel pumps. Right, so that's the top part done, you can see though. Those bits need to make sure those bits glue together. But moving on, we have the pumps, which is part 28, so we need...
I'm holding it because it's like coming apart.
It's alright, I'll put some soup in there on it. So we need this part here, and then we have, I believe it's these parts, which are the pumps. I think they go back to back like that, and then into that space there. And then we have fascia. Oh wait a minute, where are we? We're there. So once they're in, we have fascias for those, which are these cardboard parts here, and they will just go over that, I imagine, like that, which will bring us up to part 30 on the instructions. So we're going to get these bits stuck together, get the fascias on, and then we'll be back. Okay, so here we have the actual petrol pumps, diesel pumps, gas pumps, wherever you're from, whatever's in them, there they are. So the next thing to do is put the handles on, which go on these little gaps at the front. That's part 31 of the instructions. Part 32 just shows you them on. And then we put these side pieces on. Have you got the side bits?
Yep.
Those side bits there. So they'll go on one either side, like that. Then they attach underneath the overhang part. And that should bring us all the way to the end, really. So let's get these parts together, and then I'll be back hopefully when everything's together, because there's nothing else to show you. Apart from the fact that in the instructions there's no... Oh, there is. It's on that side. We have the neutron cola, not nuke cola, neutron cola, which consists of these four parts. It's really cool bit there. As you bend it, it actually
gets a grill
on it.
Yeah.
So we'll stick that together as well. That's literally just 4 parts. There's no bottom on it.
No.
No, cool. So there's 4 parts. That's the back, 2 sides, neutron cola instead of Nuka Cola, because it must be copyrighted.
Probably. And
that should be it. So I'll be back once we're done. And there we have it, the finished Dinogas Deluxe. It's very cool.
it is actually. It's really cool.
There's the little grill on the front. It's really good how they've done that, to be honest. It looks really cool. For the neutron cola, not Nuka Cola. I've left this bit off, so it's easier to paint. As you can see there, that's the pumps finished. And we have the rest of the building, which you saw before. I think this is probably my favourite.
So far?
Yeah.
Yeah.
My favourite Ttcombat building. Actually, probably my favourite MDF building that we've got.
Yeah.
I just think there's a lot of detail on this. There's a lot actually in the wood, where it's got the names around the side. Sorry. And then there's a lot of detail coming from these little cardboard inserts, which I think are a great idea actually. Especially this on the side, and then obviously there's a lot of detail on that. So there we go.
I think it's got a character of its own. The others are buildings, are recognisable buildings.
Yeah, they're that generic. This is a bit less generic.
Yeah.
Maybe because it looks a little bit like a Fallout 4 one, but it's called Dinogas as opposed to Red Rocket. Probably because it's copyrighted. It's cool.
Yeah.
I don't mind that. We paint it in the red colour,
Mm.
like the Red Rocket style. But yeah, that's cool. I really like it. I think it's the best one I've got from them. As I said, the best one they've done. It probably isn't. It's probably like that massive tower block they've done.
Yeah, the 200 quid one.
Yeah, that's probably the best one. But this is the best one I've got.
Yeah.
So stay tuned for some more Ttcombat ones. We've got the comic book store, which is also the War Games store. So I'll get to choose which one we want to do that one in. But yeah, so that's the next Ttcombat one. Plus, we have the Batmobile. Stay tuned for the Batmobile.
Ooh.
From Night Models. So stay tuned for that video. Anyway, thanks for watching. Please like and subscribe, it helps out loads. And go and have a look at the Ttcombat scenery. It's getting better all the time. There's a lot of basic stuff they've got in there if you just want some basic like buildings. I've noticed they've been doing some like stuff for World War II, like standard buildings for that. Yeah. And they've got cool stuff like this as well.
And they're really reasonable priced as well, actually.
Yeah, I think this was $14.99 this one, wasn't it? For this kind of building, this kind of detail, it's very impressive. I think what it's missing it's quite dark because of that. Maybe put some lights underneath it or something.
Yeah.
Might have a look into doing that.
Yeah.
Anyway, hopefully you see this next time with it at least painted if there's no lights on it. But please like and subscribe, it helps out loads. And take care, guys.
We'll see you soon.
Bye for now.